The level 514 target is a whole lot more complicated than the 170 and 172, but it's not really worse. Hey everyone, Derpy here. Welcome back to another Battle Pirates video. As I'm going through this 514 with 3 ships, remember a few things. 1, my ships are upgraded and I do only have 3 of them. It's more equivalent to a 5 times U0 or 5 times U1's fleet. Try and just take away the general strategies that I'm using here, not really the exact path or all the exact damage I'm taking. This shouldn't really be taken as a representative sample for the player base of what damage I'm getting or anything like that. I started out moving, I'm going to stay moving pretty much the entire target unless I'm safe and in a cloud. Against these scout ships here, just make sure you stay moving and keep them at max range and you should take almost no damage. You can also use the clouds like I'm in right now to stay shooting at something while you're hidden and can't actually be shot at. Keep in mind that some things such as the fog cutter missiles will still shoot at you if you are in clouds, and the big ships, the hulks, are going to stay tracking you down and are going to keep chasing after you even if you are in a cloud or not. It's really important to remember that if you are being shot at by any of these missiles, you need to be moving. It will do a lot of damage to you. I'm talking 20 minutes damage per hit from one of these missiles. For that reason, you should really not ever be considering autoing these targets. They are quite tough. And again, stay moving here because the acceleration aura you have on here works like the Apollo one. If you stop moving for over a few seconds, you're going to lose all your benefits, which is quite rough. And again, you can see these 2 hulks are following here. I'm not engaging them because I have not killed their building that will unshroud them. Instead, I'm just going around the outside of the target, shooting at a few things here, and trying to avoid taking as much damage as possible. Make sure you only engage a few different things at once, and stay moving. I've said that so many times here, but that's just because it's true. I'm also trying out a Molotov Maintenance Crew. I don't really think that it's that helpful. Maybe it helps in situations like this one, where I can splash out a few 3 turrets at one time instead of just 1. I'm not really convinced on that one yet, however. You can see that this one right here didn't die completely, even though the one in the center is dead. And if possible, I don't do a great job with this one. Try and use the clouds a little bit more to your advantage than I'm doing. I'm sort of just going through them. You might want to pick a spot and stay in one if you can. Again, keep in mind, if someone else is in the cloud with you, like this one about here, they can still see you at that same time, and also the fog cutter missiles and the hulks can see you through the clouds. So again, keep that in mind. At this point, it's getting close to me wanting to take down these hulks because most of the rest of the target is dead or is going to be dead soon. Here's a good place where you can use a cloud and splash, by the way. So I'm going to try and leap towards the center of the target and take down these 2 blue buildings. It's fine if there's a few other things on the outside I'm not taking down. I'm not really worried about those at this moment. You should also try and count your salvos, see how many shots it takes to take down each different buildings, and don't do any more than that. It will vary for each target and randomness a little bit, but it should be fairly similar, but will depend most on your upgrade levels and what build you went for. If you have Corrosive Battery 2 on your build, say, you're going to be needing a lot more salvos than someone with the interception system and the other specials that I've been using here. That's something that's going to take a little bit of practice. So one of these blue buildings is down. I'm going to run right past the hulk here without really shooting at it because I can't, and engage the second building. Once there's that one, you should be able to shoot at all the other turrets around here, and they should go down fairly easily. One thing that is annoying is that the flagship does seem to take a bit more of the damage, so if this is going to end up being 20 minutes repair, probably half of that will be on the flagship as opposed to an even split, which, like I said, is just a little bit annoying. At this point in the target, there's just a few turrets left and these 2 hulks. Again, close in there and try and make sure you're staying at max range of these guys and not engaging them when they are in the clouds either, because you can't see other ships. You can't really target other ships, rather, if they're in clouds. And again, these 2 have fog cutters, so it doesn't matter if you're in the cloud or not. They're going to see you and they're going to get through. And again, shoot at something until it's just about partial health here, and once it's almost dead, or it's going to be dead within 8 seconds, you can run away perfectly fine. Against these last few different buildings here, these different turrets, outrange the ones that you can, which actually ends up being 0, and stay in clouds for everything else if possible. These other ships right here, I'm going to end up running right next to it without really even being able to see it until it's too late. Just try and stay moving, reduce any of the damage from scatterguns if possible. And again, this rate repair is probably going to be a bit higher than average. I could do something like just stop the video, record again, and see what damage I'm taking. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you what I'm getting on this run. If you want to check what happened the first time I hit this target, I did show you in my live stream video. That's the 514. Let's go ahead and check the battle report, the damage, and the build. And all these targets have been just about the same time of 5 minutes. The disadvantage to this one is you also need to hit a reclaimer target, so if you don't have the reclaimers, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Damage looks about even, penetrative and corrosive, but I do have a focus on my armor to have more of the corrosive survival in the first place. 23 minutes, call it 24 minutes repair, which is not bad at all for the 500 level target in the raid, and this is with 3 ships that are quite upgraded. You can see this third one is U3 fully built. This one is X1 no armor. It will get armor soon when I get the tokens. And the flagship is U2 and is fully built. Only 2 countermeasures are needed on the entire fleet. Please don't use 10 countermeasures on the fleet. And of course, this was built with no coin, is why I have 3 that are high upgraded as opposed to 5 that are high upgraded. That wouldn't really be possible with no coin. Alright folks, well that is all I've got for you today. If you've got any questions about what I just went through, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Thank you to the channel members for keeping this channel possible and supporting me making these Battle Pirates videos. And as always, this is Derpy signing out, helping you be a better pirate.